Hey y'all, welcome back to Mirror Expressions, a channel where I take the time to share a little bit of myself with you all. And I invite y'all on in the house to do the same with me. My lips were a little dry, I just greased them up. I feel like I got grease everywhere. But anyways, y'all go ahead, hit that thumbs up button. Hit subscribe if you have not. And get in these comments and let's talk about some things. First off, I want to know how you're doing. Like, if you're a-okay, go ahead and drop me a mirror emoji down in the chat. And if not, as always, I encourage you to do what you must to get back to a healthier version of yourself. All right, y'all. We almost getting there. We're almost to the finish line. Listen, cause baby, hey, woo, sigh. All right, y'all. Season 16, episode 19, sliding toward decision day. We are 3 days until D-Day. So it opens up like the day after Clint and Gina had met with the experts, right? And Clint is just still kind of talking about how he was just caught off guard. He was blindsided, i.e., he has this odd, strange energy. And plus, he's kind of ticked off that she has never mentioned any of this to him before. And I'm just like, man, I feel you, Clint. Like, I do, because especially like with all those late night conversations they've been having, like Gina could have been said something to him at this point about the things that are not turning her on, turning her off, that she just does not quite like the game that they play while on the couples retreat, or even how they went around the table telling their spouses, respective spouses, what they need from them. Like, so she's had ample opportunity to speak her mind. So I feel you, Clint, but I also feel like we're getting an overload with this of how he's feeling, because we got some like last week, and then this episode, it was just all throughout this episode him talking about how he was caught off guard and da 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 da. So anyway, that's them. Then we see Mac. Mac is back. Mac is back. How's that? We rhyming. Mac is back. Hey. Alright, so Mac is back. Why? I do not know. But he is back. So, anyway, this time he's with Aries. They're doing like some kind of boxing workout or something or another. And Aries tells him that he's at peace about decision day, and that as far as his attraction to Jasmine, he said he's not where he wants to be, but that there have been improvements. He said that Dr. Pia made him rethink what intimacy really means. Because as far as him, all he thought about was sex. And I'm like, at your big grown age, that's what you really felt or thought about when you said, or when intimacy comes to mind. Like, we got to do better. We got to do better. You know what I'm saying? He said that having the stress of the show eliminated may help them. So he kind of making it seem like he's going to say yes on decision day, just to kind of see how things may be once the cameras are gone. But I don't think so. Aries also brings up how he's been hearing that Max been sliding into some DMs, right? And so, of course, Gina's, he admitted it. He was just like, he did it because she's friends with this famous singer that he wanted her to hook him up with. Man, I don't think I quite believe that. Or either you may have did that to feel her out in such a way, because I feel like this is what you're doing to, like you did with Clint, just kind of feeling him out, see where they are. So you might have done that to Gina to see if she was going to be receptive to you. But yeah, I don't really get that, because he then went on to say that, well, Gina is good looking and I would go out with her. I bet you would. In his confessional, he said that if she divorces Clint, he would throw it out there and see where it goes. I'm like, you already have. You already have. So Shaquille and Kirsten go to this recording studio to record a song about their life and what it's been like the past couple of months. Honey, that lady had this rabbit just hopping around all willy-nilly. I was just like, so that's what we do. We just let them loose, you know. I'm thinking like, what he just dropping turds and you can't train a bunny to go take care of their business in a specific spot, but hey, to each his own. Anyway, Kirsten was like me, like, what the hell? And the bunny looked kind of funny. He looked kind of like he was old in the face. But yeah, anyway, so they're telling the lady about their life, what things have been like, their relationship. And so she turns all of that into lyrics for their song. So she's singing, and Shaquille hypes Kirsten up to sing a verse. Y'all, I'm not going to even try. Like, I do not sing. I do not have a singing voice. That is not my ministry. But baby, you would have swore that Kirsten was Beyonce, the way she built it out, their lyrics to this song. To be happy, to be right, trusting in the process. And then y'all, she tried to do some little runs at the end. Ooh. Oh, that tickled me, baby. Kirsten, that was horrible. That was horrible. Do not quit your day job. I'm gonna give you an E for effort. I'm gonna give, cause baby, you couldn't tell you were not sounding good, honey, cause you was in that thing. But baby, Kirsten, it was a no. Shaquille, told her that she did good, but y'all, the whole time he sit back in the church just chuckling, just laughing. He was laughing at her. He was not laughing with her. He was laughing at her, baby. You cannot tell me any differently. Oh, goodness. So, the lady plays back the song. And it really was a pretty song. Like, it amazed me. Like, you can tell she has a gift for what she does, to be able to just have somebody tell you their story and turn it into a song just like that, because they played it back and it was really pretty until it got to the lyrics that Kirsten was singing. Oh goodness. Anyway, y'all, so Kirsten and Shaquille, they go outside and sit on the porch, the ladies' porch. And Kirsten tells Shaq that his dad does want to meet him, that he just doesn't want to film. And I'm just like, is that Shaquille's first time hearing that? Because if it is, then that's a problem. Because just like Gina could have been told Clint how she really felt, Kirsten could have been told Shaquille, my dad just doesn't want to film, but I will make sure that you two meet. Like, that could have been solved. You know what I'm saying? Now, if she had already told him that, then that Shaquille continuing to harp on something and not just letting it unfold. You know what I'm saying? But Shaquille just says, tells her that he just wants to feel secure in the marriage, and he doesn't know if he always does at this point. Like, how do you not know? Either you feel secure or you don't. You know what I'm saying? How do you not know? But he says he doesn't know if he always does. So Kirsten wants to know, well, what do you need? And again, it was like that was posed. I'm thinking last episode we had Chris ask Nicole something similar. No, was it Chris and Nicole? And Nicole couldn't tell him. Like, so how are you expecting? No, that was Gina and Clint. Yeah, Clint had asked Gina, and Gina couldn't tell him. So how do you expect somebody to meet those needs, those expectations, if you do not know how to communicate that to your partner? All right, you know what I'm saying? So so she asked him, but what do you need? And he was just like, I don't know, a sense of security. Well, she's asking you, how can she make you feel secure? You need to just tell her, because obviously whatever she's doing is not working for you. So he tells her, he makes sure that he's showing up for her, right? But that he doesn't feel like it's being reciprocated. So in her confessional, she says she feels as if she's giving him all the support that he needs, but it's never enough. It's becoming quite frustrating to hear that here we are almost at decision day and things are still not what you want. You know what I'm saying? So the two of them, y'all, they're just exhausting. Both of them. And the sad part is, I really think that they both could, the two of them could really actually be an alright couple together. But both of them are just getting in their own way. The two of them together are getting in their own way. Anyway, y'all. So, Clint said he feels like his character was attacked. Again, we get him talking about the other day. He feels his character was attacked by Gina, but that he's going to rise above it, right? So they're going horseback riding. He says he just wants to enjoy the moment. I love horseback riding, y'all. It's been a minute since I did it, but so speaking of horses, and I know this is probably completely off subject, but have y'all heard of hippotherapy? Like a hippopotamus, hippotherapy. So basically what it is a type of therapy that requires riding horses. It helps to strengthen your upper core, and it helps to let you know where you are in space, meaning like if you're leaning, if you're upright, that's like where you are in space. So my son did it. He participated in about 3 different sessions. Like in a session will last a couple of months, I'll say. I think maybe 3 months at a time. And then of course they don't do it all year. It's only certain times of the year, especially due to the weather. But yeah, he did it for about 3 terms, and it was really, really great. It's expensive. I don't regret doing it though. It was well worth the money because y'all have heard me. I know I'm all the way off the subject right now, but y'all have heard me speak about my baby before. And so he's unable to walk. He's unable to talk yet. But one of the things that he can do by himself is sit up. And let me add this too. He's also visually impaired, right? So not only can he sit up by himself, but if he starts to topple over, he now will try to catch himself with his hands. Like he'll try to grab onto something that's there to stop himself from toppling over, right? But yeah, anyways, but I attribute him being able to do that to the hippotherapy that he participated in. Like, it's really amazing. So if you know of anyone, and I don't think it's just exclusive to minors, young children, but maybe anybody. If you know of anyone that could possibly um benefit, look into it in your area. I know where I live, we only have the one company that does it, and but it's amazing. Like, I used to have to drive quite a distance to get to it, and then they moved closer to me, but at first they were like the next state over. But like I said, it was worth the money, it was worth the drive, because before, my son couldn't do any of those things. And even like when, and of course I will work with him at home too. I'll tell y'all another story about that in a minute. But especially with his vision being impaired, like when he would sit and topple over, because he doesn't know, he can't see what's there, and he would just topple over and fall over unless I was there to catch him. And so yeah, I really think that was great, and I noticed the difference. And so yeah, check it out. It's called Hippotherapy. um but yeah, anyways, let me get back to this Married at First Sight. Oh, because I did tell y'all I was going to tell y'all a story about how I would get him to sit up. I'll go and tell y'all about this. So I would put him a mat down on the floor. He has a special mat, this thick, just because he likes to be on the floor. Like, he cannot, like I said, he's unable to walk yet, so he kind of crawls. And so I would sit him up on the mat. That's how he first started learning to sit up. And he would topple over some. And then as he got stronger, I graduated to this, it's a special little chair, used in therapy. And it sits maybe an inch and a half off the floor. And so I would just sit it on top of his mat so that if he toppled over, he would fall on his mat. So we would do that. I would sit him in a chair, and I would just let him go. I would let him sit, and if he toppled, I would let him topple. Well, y'all got to know Pawpaw, which is my dad. He is so overprotective of my son. And he would just freak out. Why are you letting him fall? And I'm just like, sometimes you have to fall to realize what not to do. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, he is fine. He is not in any danger. He has a mat. I am here. You know what I'm saying? But that was just a funny story to me, y'all, because he used to freak out. But my dad is like that. He is so sensitive when it comes to my son. My son is 12 now. And he would tell me all the time, you're being too rough. I'm just like, this is a whole boy. He's okay. Oh, goodness. But y'all, yes, now he is able to sit unassisted now. So it takes work, you know what I'm saying? So yay to my baby. But anyways, back to the show. Okay. So Gina and Clint, they ride the horses, and then they go have this picnic that he planned. He tells her that, he was taken aback. Yet again, we're getting his feelings about the situation the day before. So he tells her he was taken aback by some of the things she had to say to the experts, specifically that he had this odd and weird energy. And here she goes. Well, I don't think that's the exact verbiage I used. Tomato, Gina. She's like, I told them you are outrageous. Oh, goodness. Really? What's the difference? What is the difference? So Clint said, well, you never said that to me before. And she calls him out about being loud and drunk. And so he made sure to put emphasis on, it's only on special occasions that you would ever find me like that. You know what I'm saying? Which, like I told y'all last week's review, if it's not an all the time thing, like let the man live, have his time to just let loose and let his hair down. You know what I'm saying? But she tells him that even with all that, it's not bad. If it's not bad, then what is it? Well, let me not say that, because I don't know. I don't get it. How I just don't get how you complaining, but then try to dress it up. Well, it's not bad, you know. Anyway, he talks about coming into the process, really wanted to find his person, because obviously what he was doing was not working. So he brings up like how they work together well as a team, and how other people notices that too. And I don't know, the conversation just kind of alters falters out right there. Anyway, nothing else was pretty much said for the two of them. So we see Nicole and Chris, and they're going to dinner. Nicole tells him that she has hired a chef to come in and prepare a special meal for them, right? So here go Chris, talking about some easy Clint. Clint be cooking, y'all. Clint is cooking. So of course it wasn't Clint, for those of you who didn't watch, but yeah. So they're talking, and Nicole tells him that she doesn't ever want them to get lost in their comfortability, right? He said that he just wants their communication to be consistent, especially if they go months without living with each other. I said, oh, so we still on this, we're not going to live together? Like, have you all not really discussed the whole living situation post decision day? I know y'all said you were going to when y'all got back from the couples retreat, but it didn't happen last week, and it looks like at this point it still hasn't happened. Talking about when they live, if they live separately. Okay. So anyway, Nicole said, I want us to live together, and if they don't, she's gonna wonder like, what is the reason? And she goes on to say, you know, she will wonder, is it because they don't feel like they're ready to live together? And then y'all know how she spirals. Then it goes from, well, if they feel like they're not really ready to live together, then is it because they don't have the confidence in their relationship? Like, she just starts spiraling, you know, one thing after the other. But he said it's just best to wait until after decision day to make those type of decisions that would impact them in such a big way, especially like financially. He doesn't want to live together, y'all. That's all that is. It does not sound like he wants to live together. And to be honest, I am feeling more Nicole on this one. Like, if I was married, like if I just put myself in that process and I was married and I feel like I'm in love with my partner and my partner is saying the same things to me, is showing me the same things, but yeah, you do not want to live together post decision day, and we're already living together now, I will also wonder, what's up? What is it? Why? You know what I'm saying? Like, is this all fake? Was it just for the cameras for the time being? Like, what is it? Because why wouldn't you want to continue to live with me if we were already living together? So yeah, I feel it, but I don't think I would just continue to spiral like that. But yeah, I would question it. I would definitely question that. But anyway, we see Dr. Pepper and Pastor Cal start to visit the couples, baby. Like, where have you all been? Like, why y'all trying to, right before decision day? It's just so obvious that they are trying to get these yeses in. I wonder, do they have to meet quota? Because, baby, all of a sudden, they have been on our screens. So, they go visit Eris and Jasmine first. So, insert. Y'all notice that they had their shoes on. Y'all know how Eris was like, ain't no shoes gonna be worn in this house. Did y'all know they had their shoes on? And I'm not just talking about the experts. I'm talking about Eris and Jasmine. Jasmine wants to admit no shoes rule. Anyway, Yeah, I was also looking like when they initially sat down on the couch, their body language was it wasn't given. It wasn't given. Like even though they were kind of sitting close together, they were not facing each other. Like Jasmine, like say I'm Jasmine and Eris is to this side of me. Jasmine was facing this way and Eris was facing this way. Like it was like almost their backs were turned catty corner to each other. And I was just like, oh, come on, y'all. Come on. But anyway, Eris tells the experts that the two of them have been making progress, and Jasmine said that they have been talking more throughout the day, showing more physical affection, like hugging and holding hands. So I'm just like, okay, girl. So Pastor Cal asked, do they think they have rubbed off on each other in any way? Eric said yeah, because he said that she's speaking out more and she's more of a social butterfly. And so when he is around her, normally he gets social anxiety, but when he's with her, it just helps to kind of dissipate all of that anxiety. It just melts it away. And so he said they have a good foundation, and he thinks that without all the extra stuff, meaning the show, the cameras, and all that, he feels that there may be a spark. Now, Eris, quit playing. The cameras and the show and all the extraness did not have anything to do with if there was a spark or not. Like, you just don't like Jasmine, and so let her go. Let her go, because the thing is, I feel like this truly. She's gonna, if he gives her any little bit, she's gonna take it and run with it. Let her go. Let her go so she would say no on decision day. Oh, anyway. Dr. Pepper had them to tell one another what they really like about the other person, right? Eric says that he likes that Jasmine listens to him and that she is open to all the things he complains about. I.e., she's strong, her strength. Like, get out of here. Anyways, she said that Eris is patient with her, and like with her not opening up and all of that. So y'all, by this time, y'all know how I said they were not facing each other initially. Now by this time, they sitting right up under each other, right? And so Eris ends up wrapping his arm around her with his hand resting like on her, the opposite leg, the opposite hip, I'll say, right? But it looks so awkward. I don't know if y'all caught that, because, and the thing was, Pastor Cal pointed it out, right? Pastor Cal said something about, I see with your hands on her, or something like that, right? But it looked awkward because his hand was just there. Like, it wasn't gripping anything. It wasn't palm down on nothing. Like, it was just there, kind of like this, just sitting there like he doing it for the show, but he's scared to touch. Just, there wasn't no, like I said, gripping nothing, holding on to nothing. The palm wasn't touching nothing. It was just, go back and watch. I'm telling y'all, it was awkward. It was awkward. And all I could say was, boy, go on away from me with all of that. And Paul Jasmine just cheesing with Pastor Cal said that, I see that hand placement. She just, oh, y'all, foolishness. So Pastor Cal tells them that they can't really say if their marriage is or is not working until they are outside of the show. Pastor Cal, I have to respectfully disagree. You can, and it is not working. Let them people be. Let them say no on decision day. I said these people would tell these folks anything to get a yes on decision day. Mm-mm-mm. So the dynamic duo goes to visit with Kirsten and Shaquille next, right? The dynamic duo meaning the experts because they making a tour. So Shaquille said that they are still having communication problems. He feels like they're both in a boat rowing, but why can't they be in the same boat rowing together? So we also find out that Shaquille met Kirsten's dad, and of course it was off camera. But we did get a flashback of the moments afterwards, like after the meetup. And so Shaquille was just telling her that it went well, like he was very pleased. But then he also was just like, but it was just that simple, like as if to say that could have been done. And so he ends up actually saying that um uh to the experts, like that it could have happened earlier. And Dr. Pepper shut him down real quick, baby. She said that all families operate differently. And that's true. You can't expect every family to be just like your family. You know what I'm saying? So, Pastor Cal, I swear they got a chance to be the big power couple. So he's pumping them full of that BS. So they can get their yes on the decision day. Baby, I do not see power couple right there, but that's what he swear. They gonna be the best power couple. So Jasmine and Eris go kayaking. First time for the both of them, and it's their last date before decision day. So Eris asked her, is she confident with her answer? And she said, well, she's back and forth. He, on the other hand, said that he is pretty comfortable with where he is with his answer. So Jasmine said, well, I'm at peace. I know I have given 100%. And I will say, I think Jasmine has pretty much I pretty much feel like she gave things a fair try and she put her all into it. And I will say, not to come and look like Eris complimenting her on her strength and her resilience to be putting up with his foolishness, but she did it with such grace and class. But I hope she walks the F away. So anyway, we end up seeing the men get together. They go have drinks and some dinner, and the ladies do as well, right? So Eris in his confessional before they got together said that he's staying out of the whole Mac and Gina thing. And I was kind of like, what was the whole point of that confessional? Just to say that because Mac wasn't there. That conversation never came up. But I guess just to give us a heads up that he will not be mentioning that to Clint. That's the only thing I can think of. But it is what it is. If I was in the same situation, I probably would not mention it either. So that's that on that. Clint brings up their visit with the experts and how he felt Gina threw him under the bus. Yet again, we're hearing about it. Like I told you, we just got that consistently all throughout this particular episode. And so, and y'all know, true to Mavs, they go back and forth. They toggle back and forth between the men and what the ladies are doing, right? And so, of course, they talk about the same thing. So, we just heard Clint talk about the visit with the experts. So, we get Gina as well telling the ladies about the same thing and how, Clint and his shit and how he acts just is not a turn on for her. Chris tells the guys that Nicole kept questioning him about if today was decision day, what would his answer be? And how that started to make him question, well, if she keeps asking me, what is it that I'm not doing for her to feel secure? Like, if she's not feeling secure, she keeps asking this question. So what am I doing to not make her feel that way? So Clint said that he has actually been waiting on Chris and Nicole to have their first fight. Like, why are you waiting on it? Like, it definitely needs to happen because that's just part of a healthy relationship, and also kind of figuring boundaries out and all of that. But yeah. Over with the ladies, Nicole is over there second guessing a moment that hasn't even happened. Again, y'all know how she spirals, and I knew this would happen. So she's talking about if this man says yes or no on decision day, and she's imagining how it's going to play out. Like she got this whole scenario in her head. Like if he says no, then it's da 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 da. If he says yes, then it's da 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 da. Like, and she's just questioning if he would really mean. Like even if he was to say yes, because she's just like he always does things to make me happy. So if he says yes, is he really just saying yes to make me happy? Girl, like stop. Oh, oh goodness. So anyway, y'all, honey, Jasmine was late to the party, but when that thing walked in, I said, "Ooh, wait, okay, boo, okay, girl, look, she was sexy. She looked good." Anyway, Kirsten told the ladies that although things are tense and stressful for them right now, that things will get better over time. They just need time. Nicole swoops in. Y'all know she's the third expert. So she goes give her advice. And I ain't got to repeat it because I roll. Baby, you are not an expert. So Shaquille tells the fellas that he did finally meet Kirsten's dad. And he's questioning, why did it not happen earlier? Why did it take so long? And he spoke really highly of the situation, and he even said how, he could probably be a father figure to him. And I really think that maybe there's something he is lacking in the sense that it's something he desires, because I feel like a lot of people lack that with so many absentee fathers in the home. Like my son's father is not in his life, and at this point I just say his loss, because baby, my son has a lot of other great men to look up to, like my dad, his uncle, his godfather. So it is what it is. His dad's lost, not his. But I think Shaquille is longing for that. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, Clint asked him, well, do you and Kirsten have fun together? And so Shaquille said, not really through this process, but it can be fun after the process. And that's kind of what he's focusing on or looking forward to. Clint then asks, well, can you see yourself single again? And Shaquille said, I don't know if I want to see myself single again. He asked Aries, is he missing the single life, right? And so Aries is just like, yes and no. Because he speaks about having that satisfaction of, he gets that high of meeting new people and then going on and doing the whole process, going to the next one, doing the whole process over, meeting someone new, and that high you get with that. And I think that's a lot of people, like this popcorn society and the ability just to swipe left or right. Like I feel like a lot of people are like that. So he said he does kind of miss that, but also he's not missing how long lasting that it's not. And he said he talks about how he realized he missed Jasmine when they were at the couples retreat and he had to come home. And I was just like, did you really miss her? Did you really? So Jasmine is telling the ladies about the pole dancing class and how Aries walked in, was throwing dollar bills at her, calling her sexy. She then said, she needs to see some action from Aries, and it needs to be quick because things have been so hot and cold with him. She brings up how he told the experts that things can probably change after decision day. And I'm like, please do not hold on to that, Jasmine. Eric told the guys that he got a lot out of the meeting with the experts. He said that they have really been helpful, especially this last visit. He said the thing that really kind of stuck out was when they asked him the question about ways your in what ways has your spouse made you a better person, and he realized that everything that Jasmine touches is passionate. I think he probably worded it a little wrong, but we gonna roll with it. So he brings how he brings up how she created a peaceful environment at home despite his shenanigans. And he said, he points out like with her job and everything, like everything she touches is passionate. So anyway, he said he was leaning towards one way, but now after meeting with the experts, he had some things to think about. So that lets me know, to me, he was leaning towards no, but now he's kind of in limbo. And I'm like, go on, hit that no. So Jasmine said that they have their good moments, but she's thinking for herself now. She is standing in what she wants and not about him. Jasmine, I hope what you are saying is true. So the ladies get up and they're dancing. They doing like some line dancing. They on the dance floor. And several guys come up. Y'all can tell it was all production, because how these people already mic'd up and this big glob of guys just decide to come overtake them on the dance floor. Like, come on, let's be serious. So Nicole tells the guys that they are celebrating, that they are all married right now, but that some of them might not be soon. Right? Insert. So they're at this place called Soul in Nashville, and I really heard nothing but great things about this spot. And like even my best friend and her husband are going for their anniversary here next week. I really need to get by and check that out. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, that was just insert. So honey, we see these men start shading Chris off top. They know nothing about Chris. So where it was all coming from, I don't know. Just some straight up hateration. So one of them told Nicole, speaking about Nicole, that she obviously wears the pants in her relationship, right? And so she said, yeah, I'm definitely an alpha. And so from there, they just start clowning Chris, calling him a boy and not a man. And then I think Nicole said, no, he's very much a man or something like that. And then it went from that to calling him a beta, because she said she's very much alpha. A grown beta. I'm like, y'all know what? Whatever. So Nicole said this is her first time since being married that she's been in a situation where men have tried to shoot their shot, basically. And she said that she feels like she kept it very respectful. What does y'all think? Did she handle that well? I want to know what y'all think. So Kirsten says she's not missing the single life at all. She was just like, baby, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to get back home to my husband. And so I would just have to say, okay, Kirsten, I saw that. That kind of made me think about her a little differently, just how she handled that whole situation. But also I know Kirsten's very aware of the cameras too. So some of them, well, not some of them. So one of them was a dog breeder, just like Jasmine. So they kind of got to talking about that, the breeding the dogs and all of that, and da, right? So Jasmine ends up doing this confessional, right? And so she says she definitely loves the attention, but she's not entertaining any offers because she's married, right? And so in the middle of her confessional, because they're doing a confessional in the place. So in the middle of her doing the confessional, one of the dudes come up, the old trainer guy, the dog breeder. He comes up, interrupts the confessional that she's doing. And first of all, again, that had to be nothing but production. Like, so he interrupts. He tells Jasmine to meet him outside. And then he proceeds to show her some car keys. Talking about, I got a 740 over outside. I said, ugh, that is so not cute. that's just screams thirstiness, immatureness. It's like, go on. Go away from me with this. Oh, then try to put on for the cameras. Like, baby, no. Mm-mm. So, and then y'all, he touched her. He grabbed at her at one point, talking about, so come on, like, no, sir, do not touch me. Anyway, y'all, so it's later on that night. All the couples are back. Gina's telling Clint about how the dudes rolled up on them. As is Nicole. She's over there telling Chris the same thing. Like, ladies, y'all need to learn how to keep some water to yourself. You got to tell your husband everything. I mean, because Nicole was going on about, yeah, and Jasmine and this one guy were talking, and like, girls, be quiet. So over with Jasmine and Eric, she tells him that she is thankful that they were matched and that she's glad because he was honest with her, and otherwise she might not have grown in the areas that she has grown in. We see Kirsten and Shaquille talking about something before they close their eyes for the night, but at this point, I think my eyes too were already closed, because when Kirsten started talking in that, my eyes kind of go like this. But that was the end of the episode. Yo, wait a minute. Before I get up off here, did y'all see the previews for next week and what some of the people had on? And there's one specific person that I just want to point out. Why is Shaquille out here looking like a whole clown? Like a whole court gesture. Out here in these streets, like, did y'all see him? It was color blocked to the gods. With nothing cute about it. But anyway. Oh, let's talk about this too. Who y'all think will stay together? All right, let's go through the couples. Nicole and Chris. I think that Nicole would definitely say yes. I think Chris is going to say yes, but he's going to be hesitant because he really don't want to live with her. Oh, and let me say this too. So I was talking with my sister, and she was tripping off my comment a couple of reviews ago when I said, who doesn't want to live away from their spouse? She said, you said that, but I was raising my hand talking about me. I do. I don't want to live with my spouse. Oh, so that's what I thought about when I think about Chris. He does not want to live together, but I think he would definitely say yes. Let's see. Let's go to Gina and Clint. I actually think that Clint may say yes, but Gina is going to be a no. Right? Jasmine and Aries. I think Aries. I'm gonna say Jasmine is going to say yes. I think she's going to say yes, even though I think it should be a no. Aries, he is such a wild card, but I think he might try to play with her feelings a little bit longer. So I think he may say yes. And then who else? We got Shaquille and Kirsten. As far as those two, I think we're gonna get 2 yeses. So that's my prediction. We shall see. I want to hear you all's, but that's all I got for you all. Love y'all, and I will see y'all next time. Pray for you. You pray for me. And what? Bye, y'all.